Morning everyone, welcome to my studio. My world of drones this morning. So I know Milo was there first as usual at the crack of midnight. And Graham's said that he won't be here till half time, which is fine. He won't be missing much. So, morning Davy, Tom, Rich, Ranjit, me, Wabbit, Pat, Luke, morning Luke, Eric, Steve, Space Drifter, Martin, Anna, Eric, I think I said Eric. Oh wait, Viral. I don't know your name, so I have to call you Viral for now. I'll get it out of you somewhere, one way or another. A little piece of paper here to write everyone's name on. Run out of name. Run out of room. No names, run out of room. Wookie, morning Wooks. Oh, thank you, yeah, Wooks, yeah. Posted the flipping. I woke up in the middle of the night for a pee. You know, like you do. I'm 63, you know. Morning, Matt Brown. And I couldn't get back to sleep again. So I just whacked up a quick Rosette video in DaVinci Resolve and found an old piece that I did back in 2018. Say, oh, it's not that old, 2018. That I played on Elements with the key step. That was all it was, just Elements and key step. So yeah, quite like that. So here we are, droney bits. Didn't have much time to. Well, actually, I should explain, I guess. Because what I sometimes do is I'll develop a patch over a couple of weeks, so that I'll do a patch from scratch, and then the next stream it'll get a bit more complex and so on. But I did a patch from almost scratch. I think, was it almost scratch or from scratch? I can't remember. I have to watch the video. Oh, morning Simon. Thank you very much for. Yeah, buying one of my things on Bandcamp, much appreciated. Cyrus, okay, yeah, right. Sound. I mean, if you don't want me to call you that, just say so. I've got this funny thing where I try to remember everyone's name and first name. And, you know, just one of them things. Cyrus. There you go. I'm going to get that onto a flipping electronic document one day. Rubby old piece of paper. Nearly a year old now, that. Fire is okay. Yeah, it's. Yeah. Oh, morning, Fred. Nice set last night from an EMOM. Watched a bit of an EMOM, Sheffield EMOM. Simon was there, Jim Glue, Andy and Grace were the peeps that I knew. So that was a nice viewing last night, listening. Thomas, morning Thomas. Everyone's piling in now. Yeah, so what I was saying was, I stripped last weekend's patch down. I did it because what happened was I took the patch that I'd built up on the Saturday morning, and then Sunday I recorded it and recorded some guitar. It wasn't a live one take thing, so what I did was I recorded parts onto their own Reaper track, so that I had a little bit more control over the mix for that one. And then I uploaded it to the Tube and to SoundCloud. Don't ask me to tell you what it was, because it begins with an S. I can't. All right, I've come up with these names from Wikipedia, and I can't pronounce that. So yeah. Right. Okay. So yeah. I've started again, and this is what's going on here? I've got Mavis on a drone duty, and I've kind of, instead of trying to tune Mavis in, I fine tune it. I'm trying an experiment with. I'm using one of my offset attenuators and the offset knob to tune it, and it's a little bit easier to tune, a little bit, not massive. I could probably put another attenuator in line somewhere, or yeah. So that's one drone, sort of like a simpler bass drone, and then the other drone I've got. This I don't quite know what I've done here, because I'm using Lorelei into Wasp. I've got a CV or LFO. Sorry, I've got LFO going to CV2, so that's gradually changing the cut-off frequency on the Wasp, and I've got the resonance full up, but with the level down a little bit. And every now and then you get a little bit of a burble. Yeah, just about hear that. I'll probably just set it up a little bit more, but not much. Oh no, it's too much. I must have had the sweet spot. But anyway, but what I have got, I'm just trying in Lorelei. Well, first of all, on Lorelei, I've got one of my LFOs into the shape parameter, so I'm modulating the shape, and I've tried. I've got the B8 wave shaping oscillator out of one of my Mark IVs with an LFO on the wave shape, and I've put the output of that, which is like the basic sine output, into the X-bod of Lorelei. So yeah, that's trying to. I think that's imparting a little bit of interest, because drones can be mighty boring at times, can't they? So that's the task really, to try and get a drone that's got a little bit of flavour to it. Morning Steve, Culture of Ghosts, Wonky Robot, morning to you. Yeah, more drones, I'm afraid. I'm on a drone thing. So Wonky Robot, where are we now? So make sure I've not missed anybody else. Morning Haslow, morning to you. Geren, Geren's either got up or stayed up, one of the two. Sorry, I saw your message before, Luke. Yeah, so if you need to dive off, that's brilliant. It's good of you to call in and say hello. I can't expect everyone to be here every week. I'm here anyway, so I just go live. I can't expect everybody to turn up every Saturday morning. So yeah. Just make sure I've not missed any chats up here. No one's mentioned my name anyway. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I need to add to this now, obviously, and I think I'll bring the granulator into the mix again. So let's just have a think about how I bring that in. But what I'm also going to do this morning, because I don't think I'm going to have a sequencer on this one. I'm just going to go with drones. Thank you, Thomas. I'm glad you said that, because yeah, drones. Yeah, I obviously I waffle around a bit here and I go backwards and forwards. So I respond. I try to always respond and react to the chat. Drones can be quite tiring. Can be quite good for bringing on the tinnitus as well. So got to be a little bit careful. Yeah, I've got some drones on Bandcamp that when I try to listen to them now, I've got to listen to them on a lower level than what I would normally do, because they're just a bit too much, really. But learning all the time. So and funny, yeah, on the Sinfera Discord last night, one of the co-founders, Don, was asking me if I could do some kind of, or if I can do a tutorial on drones, and I'm thinking, oh my goodness, right, okay, because I don't consider myself to be a drone expert or drone connoisseur as such. I like what I like what I like to make, and drones, I mean, you know, it's funny. Drones can be funny because I'm sure the uninitiated would just go, well, it's just a drone, isn't it? You know, what's to do? But drones cover probably as many different subgenres as any other main genre of music. Yeah, they just can. So I do. I mean, I've got my go-to methods, if you like, and then every now and then I try to push the boundaries a little bit. I'm not very good at that, but I do try to do something a little bit different each time. But yeah, it's not easy because it's just a drone. It's just a drone, you see. Morning, Jeff. Morning to you. Don't forget, when you first come in, it might be worth going hi Synchrotron, so I can see you've come in, otherwise I'll just miss everybody. Right. So yeah, that tutorial, and I've got to have a think about. I'm not going to do it as a live stream tutorial, because it's what I found with that sort of thing is that I'm jumping around so much, I respond to both chat and I respond to my own developments, and I'll just go off at a tangent and do something else. So what I need to do is probably come up with like a scripted breakdown of my favourite drone making methods, and do a video based on that. So this morning I actually I saw the very brief startings of I can't remember what the guy's name was now, but I noticed that, I think Rich was commenting on his page. I think Klaus did as well, Maltus, and so he's obviously a known YouTuber or creator, whatever. And he was doing a breakdown or a tutorial of how to do a drone in Eurorack. So I might watch that through later to see what he gets up to. I noticed that one thing he did comment on was that square waves through a filter are rather boring. So I thought, oh, okay, that's me done then, because that's what I do. Yeah, square waves through filters, you know, the most colourful of the waveforms, probably, and yeah, I stick it through a filter, so guilty as charged. But yeah, I'll watch that, because even though it's Eurorack, I'm sure that a lot of it can be applied to hardware modular as well. Oh, and then yeah, coming back to something I was about to say was after watching that video, in fact that's why I didn't mention it, because after I watched that video, this guy mentioned phase distortion. I don't have any phase distortion stuff on here, and it's something that's pretty new to me, and I didn't realise it was a thing. I think the first time I heard about it was a couple of weeks ago when a modular builder, ALM I think it's ALM, it's ALM Busy Circuits, the full name, but the same people that do Pamela's new workouts anyway. They have created a phase distortion module based on an old Casio CZ instrument. A little bit green, I must admit. I just concentrated mainly on subtractive synth for most of my life. So yeah, it was interesting that. So I thought, I'll have a look at the disting manual, just in case there's some kind of a phase distortion thing in the disting, and I couldn't find one. Morning Maltus, morning Klaus, you heard me mention your name then. So what I did find was there was in fact I want to put this one here into I'll put it into dual mode, and then for the left hand side I'm just going to pick algorithm. What am I doing now? Algorithm, there you go. So I want I'm going to choose a B8, which is again another VCO with wave shape. And then on the right hand side I'm going to choose, come on, there you go, I think it was D3, and D3 is an animator. It's called animator. Oh, do you know what? I've not looked at what the inputs and outputs are, but there are two outputs to this, which is interesting because I'm sure I can use that. Now, from memory, it was definitely 3 and 4. I know on the B8 it's 1 and 2 on this, or AM. I suppose I should be reading down here, really, the middle bit. So you can't see it, but so basically output. We've got outputs A and B. Now, first things first then, let's put... now this is going to get complicated, isn't it? Because I've just gone and set up... just having a think here now. I've set up one of my tracks. Let me just change that in Reaper. Yeah, the sizzle, yeah. That's it. What am I doing here now? So that particular one there, we'll change that to a mono, and a bit mono 3. So let's put that onto monitor. Save the project, yeah. Yeah, Thomas, just seeing your comment there. You can phase the sound using filters and resonance. Yeah, I mean, you're obviously a knowledgeable guy, and more knowledgeable than me for sure. And yet I'm the one that's here doing the live stream. You know, as I'll say all the time, I mean, I know what I know. I don't know everything. I fall far short of the synthesis knowledge hierarchy, if you like. Yeah. I'm probably down at if 10 is somebody who knows everything, I'm probably around about a 4 or a 5, because there is so much to synthesis. Like, you know, there's that phase distortion, there's FM, which is phase modulation, isn't it, or something, I think. You've got East Coast, West Coast, additive. You know, there's so many different types of synthesis, and I've only scratched the surface of some of them. So, morning, Erwin. Morning to you. So yeah, let me. I've just set up input 3 there. So first of all, what I need to do really is I need to tune my oscillator that I've just set up. This one here. Let's bring that up. Oh. I'm not sure why. Let's put a tuner on that. I need a closer computer, don't I? Let's make that. All right, Thomas. We'll have a. We'll compare notes as we go along. And, you know, it's. I suppose you could treat it like a Venn diagram, couldn't you? And there's, as always, there's a little crossover where we both know similar stuff. So maybe I know some stuff that you don't know about, and vice versa. So such is life. So that's that's a major third. Now they're probably right. So what one thing I try to do with drones is stay away from a particular scale. So I might say tune the root, obviously. So I always start with a root with the bass note, pretty much, and then I'll probably just use a 5th or even a 4th and a 6th at a push. I generally stay away from the 3rd because then that locks it into being either major or minor or whatever. So, you know, if I flatten that down to F, that's a minor. That's a 3rd. I've already got a bit of a 4th going on, so let's try. Oops. Morning, Nigel. But in fact, actually, I should be using. So when the expert sleepers guy Os was demonstrating this, he actually used a more colourful saw wave. So obviously that's too loud. Now then. So let's put, let's try and bring this animator into play. So what this is supposed to do is to thicken up the sound. Now then, which was the input though? Was it Y? Tell you what, I just need to check that, don't I? Because let's turn that volume down as well. In fact, I'll end up putting that through a filter because there wasn't much movement going on there, but you've got to mess with the parameters. So just let me bring up, just do a bit of RTFM. Oops, Eurorack, distinct. Okay, so X is audio input, Y is threshold, Z is separation. Alright, okay, so X is the audio input. Right, so it's that one that's the audio input. Let's just turn down a little bit more. It's a bit too loud there. Let me shut down that. X is input, yeah. Thanks, Anna. And then the Z. Yeah, then maybe I should have had a look at this before, but because this didn't sound anything like what Oz did at all. Depth. I mean, that's one thing I'm not familiar with. Using the let's try option Z function. No options. Yeah, it's funny this because I've up to now I've been used to just going to an algorithm, a dual mode algorithm in on the Distinct EX, and it just I hardly change anything. So what I'm struggling with here at the moment is trying to change the options. So or the parameters. So how do I change? So that's the depth. Yeah. Tell you what, I'm getting nothing out of this at all. Let's just put a bit of an LFO into that, maybe into the Z input. Yeah, I don't like that at all. Turn it up a little bit. Obviously the LFO is too deep, so I need to attenuate that, but let's see. I said I see, but I don't see. Rate, scale. Don't know what that does. So it says in the manual, it says hold on, so Anna's saying you can long press the top button on the X and it tells you all the inputs and outputs. Yeah, okay. Alright, okay. So Z separation, Y is the threshold, A is the animated output, B is the squares output. So, you know, this sounds nothing like the example that Oz posted on his channel. Nothing like it at all. That now. Let's put that through an attenuator. Okay, so this is actually harder to use than it would be if I was on the Mark IV. Maybe we should have just gone to the Mark IV. Oh, Y offset. There you go. Let's try that. Oh, I see. Oh, right, okay. It's like an attenuator on the Y. Well, I've got nothing else to the Y, have I? Bear with me. Yeah, there's something not right with this. This is nothing at all. So do you know what? I'm going to bin this because it's just not doing what it says on the tin at the moment for me, which has nothing to do with the this thing. I'm sure it's just I need to hit the manual and learn how to use it. That particular patch or that particular I'll go to the same. In that case then, I need another drone. Morning, Brett. Yeah, I was checking the A output, yeah, and it just wasn't doing anything. It didn't sound any, I mean, if you look at the video that Oz did, it it sounded great, and it hardly did anything. So I need to read the manual, don't I, and find out what was going wrong with that. I'm not going to bore you lot with it now, so I'm going to shut that manual down. And morning, James. Yeah, no worries. Morning, Neil. Right, okay. Daffy, buying a big Eurorack doesn't get you more viewers. Not by a long shot. I mean, I'm quite down a bit today. There's only 29 of you according to this. I have to go on crying a corner later. Boo-hoo. So, yeah. That ain't working. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to put that channel that I put that track before, I'm going to put it back to a stereo input. So that'll be 3 and 4. Because what I wanted to do was to send stuff into the granulator. So let me bring up the granulator. I think, oh yeah, I think you just, it's 2 presses, yeah. You've got to press the P and the V button at the same time to go back to choosing a single algorithm, for instance. Let's load a preset. I've got a granulator here somewhere. I can't remember what the heck I did to get this to work, but now then, let's go back to using. In fact, I've got my other Lorelei here doing nothing. So let's see if I can. I'll tune that to. This will just be in one side, won't it? So, I've put my cables over the back of my PC chair, so I'm going to keep standing up. Let's take you out, just so that I can tune. So that's Mavis gone for a sec. Why these are so quiet? I sometimes worry about that because I'm expecting if I put it into that one there, that's quite loud. Oh, okay. let's just tune that. Hold on a second, let's turn that down. So I want to take this to, what do I say now? Let's try that. Now, I'm going to plug Mavis back in, before I forget. And that's on max volume. So let's put that into, in fact I will use that harsh output there. I'm going to put that into, say, let's try that one. Actually I don't need you now, do I? Just go back over there a bit. Thank you for sticking with me so far. Morning, Grace. I'm surprised you made it this morning, Grace. You were quite late last night, I would have said. Thanks for putting that EMOM stream, by the way. That's much appreciated. So yeah, hiya. Yeah, great set from you and Andy last night again. Right, so let's put. Actually, I've closed that manual down. I probably should have left it open because I always keep forgetting. I think it was 5 for the input on the granulator. But I know what I do need to do while I'm here. Actually, I want to put the. I know that the. Is it 1 and 2? I know. Goodness me. I'm going to use this input here. Wind that up a little bit. And then, yeah, because I like a little bit of granular stuff, and this is my only granular option on my rack at the moment. So I don't have any other granular synths or anything. It's just what's in the Distinct EX. Now I think it's let's use you. Not that far away, but let's turn that filter right down. I think it's 5. Actually, if I turn those right up, let's turn them down if it's too loud. But I think that's okay like that. Let's turn this filter up, see what comes out of this now. I suppose it'd be a good idea if I armed the track in Reaper. Whoa. That's quite eerie, that, isn't it? Grace needs to call for help to get someone to the coffee maker. Right, 2 o'clock. I mean, fortunately it's local to you as well, isn't it, anyway, so at least you're not having to travel, 20, 30 or 100 miles. So I need to have a bit of a dive into the granulator. Now I'd tune that to an A. That sounds ever so slightly out of tune. Let's have a look at these parameters on the granulator. haven't got a clue what I'm doing. I'm just gonna put 2 delay pin pump. Delay 11. So what I'm going to do there now, before I do anything else, I'm going to save that preset now to another one. Empty. There you go. Just in case that turns out to be nice. Now, so what I'm going to change, I'm going to get the shape modulated on. Deffo on that one there to the CV1 input. Right, so oh sorry Erwin, right, okay mate, yeah, it's miles away there. Thanks Thomas. Yeah, 5 minutes walk, nice one. My goodness. I'm not entirely sure about the tuning of that. I'm going to wind up the shape attenuator. The shape to about 0. So maybe that'll give it a little bit of so it's interesting sound. I'm just not sure whether it's fitting with the bass drone. And I mean that pitch, sorry, level wise, or look at the frequency, look at the span. It's not too bad. I'm going to set that down a bit. and see if this works. Right, okay. Let's just bring this back up again then. It's not bringing the house down. And then if I remember, I've got that on number 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can take it out of the frame just by turning that filter cutoff right down. Actually, I can actually bring let's bring the CV1 level right, well no, right up a little bit more. Let's try that. A bit more. Bring that filter up a little bit. Yeah. Morning, Bert. Morning, Kev. Let's try a little bit of guitar over that. And so, I mean, what I'm kind of working to here as well is I've got a drone plus guitar album on the go. So the last, not my YouTube upload this morning, but my previous upload begins with an S that I can't pronounce. Another Celtic goddess. And I'm not going to say that this track was this particular, not track, but this particular experiment was going to end up being one of those tracks for that album, but it might do. It might do. So, you know, I might do the same as I did last week. Just develop this to a certain level and then just record it on the Sunday. So it depends how far I get. That's it, yeah. Sequana. if that's even how you pronounce it. I think it's, I can't remember if it's French Celtic or German Celtic. I'd have to go on Wikipedia again. Space Doom. Alright, okay. You know. Yeah, I know I should really. But it means I've got to do 5 minutes. I suppose I could do a hardware jam edit. So just gently sort of like rubbing the strings. Might work for this one. So in which case, Wabbit, you've definitely got to do a hardware jam, definitely. Hi Rich, sorry about your phone call, that must have been a gruel of that. So yeah, something like this, just some slow guitar, no noodling as such. Because I don't know, I love that reverb. I know it's over the top, but just one held note. That reverb tail is just lovely. Morning, James. Oh yeah, definitely get some patch cables sorted out, James. So yeah, let's put. Sorry, Wabbit. I'm gonna put the guitar down for a bit. I know you like the guitar. Because I want to add something else. In fact, you know what? try. Something just occurred to me. Let me. I'm going to change that to a mono input 3, because what I want to do now is see if I can get something out of the West Pest, like a sequence. But I suppose what I would need to do first is, because you know, the West Pest is broke, but just let me see if I can get something out of it. Because what I'm thinking of now, what's in my mind, is that I get a sequence coming out of West Pest, and it doesn't need to be it doesn't need to be synced up or anything. It's just gonna, because what I want to do is I want to put the sequence out of West Pest into the other Distingy X in granulator mode. So how does this work now? I probably should have set up my other light. It's been a while since I've done this sequencer thing. So if I go sequencer, does that? I don't even know if I've got anything coming out of this. There is something on Reaper, but it's very, very quiet. What I'm going to try is I want to put it into one of these VCAs and see if I can boost the sound in here. At all. A lot of fapping here today, isn't there? Oh. That's that again, that's not doing anything for me, that really. So an alternative would be to, let's get an actual sequence going. So let's scrub West Pest a second. Let me set up Metropolis, and also PAMS. Let me get a block out of PAMS. Clock, PAMS going, and set the root, set that to D. Scale, should try a pentatonic. Do some business now with that. So you're gonna have to bear with us while I just patch this up. So I need a gate out into, I'll pick this envelope here. So there we go. All the way there. Let's take let's tune in. Which one shall I use? I'll just use this one here. Let's turn this down a bit. Oops, not long enough. Tune that to a. So I need, what is it? 3. Where's 3? Track 2. That's right. So I need to tune that down because I put the Metropolis in the key of D. I need to tune this to C, and then it'll play the right notes. Out now then from that. Metropolis into the. Sounds simple enough, doesn't it? Let me put the output of that into a. I don't need to filter this really, but I will do. I'll stick it into. Sort of think. In fact, I probably need to take the output, which is like a. I can't remember which one it is now. Sword or square. Just put it straight into this Vatro, and what we're looking for now. Oh yeah, output that into that one, but then I need an output from there. To that one for a minute just while I listen to this, see what it's like. Because although I'm not going to use this, so that kind of works for me. So I'm going to bung that into the granulator now, do the granulator. So let's load this granulator, I am sure, yes. And so now I need to change, hold on a sec, just see my name light up. Oh, morning Mike. I'm just so engrossed here at the minute. Anybody else have a missed? Oh, Eddie, morning Eddie. Well, James adds drones, you know, they're kind of one of the same in a way, aren't they? I mean, you could say that a drone is just a just held pad, like a cord that's just held. And then the way you impart movement to it is you get elements of it to change or come in and out over time. So let me, I'm going to put this back to a stereo input, 3 and 4. Now then, so the output of this then can go into 5. Now, there you go. So need to sort these out into lengths really. So I'm taking one into there. In fact, I should be able to turn these up now. Let's just see how this goes. Open the filter. Okay, it's just a little bit too loud that. Now what I could do is just take down the input on 5. Let's make that, take it down to about 50%. And what I can do then is just put another LFO. Let's use another one from Batumi. Yeah, while it's close, and put it into CV input 3. So yeah, very loud. Too loud, Susie. Morning, Biscuit. Hiya, Bert again. So I've pretty much used up all my inputs into my sound card, apart from Elements. Elements isn't in the frame yet. I mean, maybe I overuse Elements, so maybe I just don't use it for this one. So I've got the second granulator now, which is really the first granulator, if that's 1 and that's 2. So on this granulator of the first DX, that's just kind of just gently coming in and out. So I suppose I could just increase that a little bit more. I mean, I need to do a deep dive. And when I say a deep dive, I don't mean that you lot suffer while I'm doing it. Just on my own. I need to get into the granulator algorithms or algorithm on the EX modules, because again, I'm only just scratching the surface of this algorithm. There's lots to learn about that. So many parameters. So just looking at span. Morning, Graham. Half time. Yeah, what time is it now? 1:15. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's getting a little bit more interesting now. It's took a while to get to this stage. I think I need to let's see what's the input that's coming from there. Right. Let's try and increase that a bit more. right, Biscuit. You might get your wish then. I might make you suffer a deep dive into the granulator. I don't want to do it now. It's like, what's that? I've only got 45 minutes left. It's flown by this morning. That's really weird, that, because I've hardly even picked up the guitar. So morning, Kent. So I might do a layer of that, just gently rubbing and strumming. Yeah, it's only the it's the Disting EX Grace. So I mean, it's like, it's one of those things. It's a bit of a Marmite thing, isn't it? Plenty of people love it and plenty of people hate it. It gets slagged off for a number of things. It gets slagged off for what is allegedly dodgy connections, and the cables do come out a little bit easier, but I've even had a situation where I've actually not had a cable in the hole properly, and it's, yeah, weird. But I don't. Other than that, I think they're okay, really, the connections, and I like the coloured indication of the voltage that's either going into or coming out of the inputs and outputs. I mean, the EX, it is menu divey, but I can read the screen. I mean, if I'm only, what, a couple of foot away here with my reading glasses on, and I can read those letters fine. So all I can say to people who complain about the display is go to Specsavers. How dare you slag off my Disting. It's one of those modules, Grace, that, I mean, what some people do is they'll go, oh shit, I really like this particular algorithm. I'll get a module that specifically does that. So it's a nice little sort of, like, allows you to test certain things out before buying a proper module that does just that thing. I just use them as they are. I mean, the EX as well. I've got 2 EX, and I really fancy getting another one, but they're a bit pricey. I say they're pricey, but I mean, there's a lot in there, and I know you can only use one thing at a time, but it gets so, you know, I could use the poly wavetable algorithm. I can play it by MIDI if I wanted to, or just play it with CV as normal. There's I think there's a braids and a Platts in there, so you've got like the macro oscillator thing going on from Mutable Instruments. There's a multi-effects thing in it. If you've got effects, then you obviously don't need the effects side of it, but yeah, I've been using it a bit for the effects this year. And then what I have been doing is, if I wanted just a simple ping pong delay, I've put one of them into dual mode, which means that you can then use it as 2 distinct Mark IVs. And there's quite a nice basic ping pong delay in the Mark IV. So I think they're a fantastic module. And then another good thing about them is the oscillators. It's all digital. So you've got digital oscillators that stay in tune and are easy to tune. And I'm quite a fan of digital oscillators and analog filters. So, which is nothing new, is it? I mean, I think there are even some hardware synths that do that. So they have like a digital oscillator stage, and but they have analog filters. So oh yeah, Robin. That was funny the other day. Yeah, I gave him some stick, poor Robin. Molten Modular. Oh, you off, Grace? All right, and cheers. Oh, I see someone saying Tehran. Who's going? I must have misunderstood something there. Yeah. Reverb. Okay. So I think I've got an idea now where this is going to go. I've used all my inputs, but this next one is going to be the same as the last one, in as much as I can layer in other stuff if I need to. I'm not going to be all precious about doing a live performance. I do like my live performances that I've started doing recently, but every now and then I'll just revert back to what I usually do by layering sounds and and then mixing it all in Reaper and applying, you know, volume automation in Reaper, that sort of thing. Modules, yeah. Yeah, like I watched that as well. Yeah, his first synth, because I watched the Matt Wright video. So then I watched the longer version. Yeah, that was nice. That. Intending going up there. Well, you know. Oops. Lost. Try and keep this. There it's there, isn't it? I found my way. Let's tell you what. Let's add a little bit of elements in, but I'm gonna keep it quiet, and I'll probably get it doing some FM sort of like noisy stuff. Where am I? Elements, left, right. So I don't necessarily need to tune elements here now. But let me bring that fader down. So, hold on a sec. This is weird, this. Oh, right, okay. Oh, I'm with it now. Can you say hi to my 13-year-old? Yeah, hello. How do you pronounce that? If I pronounce it as it's spelled, is it something like Kais? So it's it's Kais. So if I've said that wrong, tell me in chat and give me a telling off. So hiya. Welcome to my studio and welcome to the chat. Right, let's bring in elements. I'm just going to open up the gate. Now then, where am I? Oh, let's yeah, put that over there. We don't need that. morning, Jim. Oh yeah, another e-mama last night, Jim. Thanks for tuning in. Another good set last night from Jim. Where am I? So why is Elements not giving me any noise? Should be. Oh! What a wally. I need to plug these in, don't I? I don't know which way around these are supposed to go, but it doesn't really matter, to be honest. So let's plug these in. Yeah, well, you know, as if there isn't enough bass drone. But what I want to do with this, I'm going to take it up a bit more. And I want to throw some FM in there. Now, let's have a look. FM. Let's put some LFO on that. Got 4 here. Let's take 4 out from here. Let's take these down a bit. Brightness. Position. Probably geometry, just a little bit, maybe. Let's attenuate that quite a bit. And I don't know, let's try. So that's just a little bit of, let's try the other outputs on this disting here. And then put, just trying to mix it up a little bit with the, so I'll just put some wave shaping on. Second disting Mark III there. Oh yeah, right. So that's the FM input. I think right. I think these are on 4C, not 4D, which is oscillator with FM. And Y is the FM. Well, that's okay. So it adds a little bit of some noise. What have I missed? Morning, Government Yard. Yeah. There's what? About 25 minutes left, so I'm gonna probably faff around a little bit with the guitar once I've settled this elements thing down. It's probably a little bit too noisy. I'd like to ask Jim, so how did you get on with your modular last night? I know it was a bit long starting up, but I guess that's modular, and that was your first one, wasn't it? Or is it your second one? I'm not sure. I say it took a while. It wasn't that bad really. People weren't banging the table with the knives and forks saying, "Why are we waiting sort of long?" It was a nice little rest between tracks or between sets. But anyway, modulation on the geometry. Because what if it took that FM out of there? What does that sound like? So what I was thinking there, I've got a couple of minutes yet. What I'm going to try is I'm going to put, instead of going straight into the FM, I want to put that oscillator output into a filter. So let's just go in here and then take the output of that. So I'll use the 4-pole low pass into the FM. And then put some LFO into, where should I put it? Into there perhaps. So let's see what that does. Recording and just seeing what comes out. Take out the bad bits, leaving the good bits. So okay, right, yeah, so the Derby one. So what I was going to ask Jim, and I suppose I could have asked the same of Andy and Grace, do you, before you go on to an EMOM with your modular, do you leave it on somewhere, just keeping warm? Or do you just turn it on for the first time once you set up? That would scare me, that, because I don't know, some of the stuff on here takes half an hour to warm up easily. Okay, let's try a bit of guitar. Thanks, Thomas. Wow. I suppose if it's like a 15-minute set, 15-20 minute set, then hopefully over that 15 minutes nothing goes majorly out of tune. But if it was a longer set, surely you'd be retuning halfway through. I know I would. Okay, that's interesting, Grace, yeah. But yeah, I suppose the in and out stuff, it would still work, wouldn't it? You know, if it's like a 10-15 minute set, then hopefully it wouldn't go out of tune. And I know it sounds, what's the word for it? I don't know, like a shock horror thing to say, but you could always use digital oscillators that don't go out of tune. But I guess if you're an analog purist, then yeah, you just need to run with it and hope everything stays in tune for the 15 minutes. It's not a ring mod as such. It's so like all those funny noises you can hear are the elements module. So that's it's a, what do they call it? A modal. They call it a modal synthesizer. So you've got, it's all a bit like physical modeling. So you've got an exciter on one side and a resonator on the other side. So it may be that sound, it might be the geometry that I'm modulating with just a little bit of LFO, because the geometry parameters quite yeah, it can be quite, but it's what gives you some of the harsh and metallic ringing sounds. There's a position on the geometry at about 10 o'clock, around about 10 o'clock. So if you turn the geometry down to 10 o'clock, you just get a standard sort of nicely in tune playable patch. But the other settings can be quite a challenge, quite an adventure. You've come back for the exciting bit, Luke, if you can call it that. Time. Welcome back, Simon. That wasn't so lovely, was it? Morning, Dr. Cynthia. Cheers, Anna. What to do. I put the other camera on. I've not even used it. What a nutter. Probably not a very good camera for the guitar work anyway, I guess. That was a bit abrupt, wasn't it? Trying to do a nice fade out there. 'Cause it's that time, isn't it, really? Um, yeah, I'm not going to do a live one of that. I'm just going to do what I did last weekend, and probably tomorrow, if I get a chance, I'm going to record some layers. Let's put the chat cam on. Oh, morning, Will. You know what is, mate. There's always another one. There's always another one. uh, you know, I mean, no one should feel that they've got to come back and watch this live stream just because they're late. And if you do, just go to the last half hour at the most, last 20 minutes, which is probably where I've got all my stuff together and things are working. So, see, you had a good chat there about stuff in the chat there, oscillators and stuff. So I need to catch up with that when I watch this back. Don't fade out. Yeah, okay. So yeah, 11:59 here. So I'm not gonna say ta to everybody, because I'll just forget people, and I'll be worrying about that. I'll lose sleep tonight and think, oh, did I say ta to such a body or whatever? No. So I'm just gonna say thank you very much, everybody, yet again, for tuning in to one of my little live streamy things. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, thank you very much. And I'll be here again next week. And if you can make it, that'd be brilliant. Don't stress it if you can't. That's fine. It's a chat room, yeah. A 5-minute edit. All right, listen. I'll have a go. I'll have a think about that. Yeah, but it means I've got to do it tomorrow, doesn't it? And get it in. So presumably I'll just put something in the chat on the community chat thing of the hardware jams. If I'm having trouble with that, I'll get in touch with you somehow anyway. So yeah, thank you very much, and I'm going to say, oh, sorry, Janice Lala. I don't know how to say that second part, so I'll just call you Janice. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'm sorry you've only just found it, the stream. I don't know if you know anything about me, but I do these once a week. So yeah, probably tune in next week. So yeah, Wookie's off, and then yeah, I'm gonna go. Let's go. And sorry to everyone that's just turned up. I really apologise for that. But I've got other stuff to do, so I need to go. So let's go to the outro, and I'll see you elsewhere, no doubt, over the next week. Cheers.